Om Sri Chinmaya Sadgurave Namaha. What is Dharma? What is religion? Some great personality used to say, the essence of all religions are to do good and to be good. To do good and be. Actually, this is the science of life. So, religion is not for the animals. Among the buffaloes and the tigers, we have never seen religion. So, people make mistakes, they correct with the help of Dharma. You will never find that a cow is lying, a dog is telling lies. You will never find. Human being, out of delusion, out of something else, they make mistakes and they correct themselves with the help of Dharma. Religion of Dharma is the remedy for the particular unrest felt by man, even when he is fully equipped with all the best in life. Dharma is the technique by which an individual gets his mind and intellect trained to grasp and understand the larger themes of the universe and his own exact place in it. Clear? To the materialists, Vastuvadi, who claim that religion or dharma is an extravagant luxury of the rich, there is no perceptible need felt within, and so they need no intellectual theory, spiritual surroundings, nor divine endeavor for the satisfaction of their sense of spiritual unrest. Religion or dharma serves mainly the evolved ones who have the intelligence to watch life as a whole, while living their own personal life, and who have the discrimination to feel the imperfections of it all, and who have the cultural energy to seek and regain a greater and satisfying perfection. Unless the impatience felt by the individual at the sorry scheme of things outside and within himself is acute, he will not seek the way to grow out of that state of affairs. To the seekers, to the mumukshu, religion or dharma points out the way. And in this sense, the Sanatana Dharma, or popularly known as Hindu religion, is a perfect science of self-perfection, comprising in it a complete technique. Now, an important question comes up. What compels some of us to have this spiritual unrest while others have not? The scriptures or the shastras attribute it to the evolution and growth of the individual. And in this, we shall find that Vedanta starts where Darwin's theory ends, in a visionary promise that man will still grow to the final stage of evolution or supermanhood. To Darwin ji, or to Mr. Darwin, the chronology of the fossils, Jivasma, gave a glimpse of the development and growth of the organisms, and on the basis of it, he evaluated and classified all living things. To him, the vegetable life is higher than the inert life of the rocks. The animal life is more evolved than the vegetable kingdom. And among the animals, the most perfect and potent so far evolved is man with his intellect. Thereafter, he leaves us with a grand vision of a great generation of Superman. If to Darwin, the measures of development were the amount of intelligence exhibited by each being and the perfections of their structures, the measuring rod of the spiritual masters of the Upanishads was the quantity of awareness or consciousness manifest through a given physical and mental equipment. In the world of men, certainly all of us have not the same sensitivity to react readily to the world outside or to the quality of our thoughts of our emotions. Some of us exhibit an utter incapacity to be fully aware of the outer circumstances. There are many among us who cannot dispassionately analyze and discriminate our own inner weakness. Such of us are indeed only two-legged animals according to the science of Vedanta. Pashuvat. They are only the serpent men, the scorpion men, the tiger men, and so on. They have not come to the full stature of manhood. Thus viewed, the teachers of Vedanta have classified all men other than the mineral man into three groups: the animal man, the man, and the superman. Swamiji, Swami Vivekananda told that dharma or religion is such an instrument by which, through which an animal man gets evolved into man, and a man gets evolved into God man. पशु मानव पशुत्व से मनुष्यत्व और मनुष्यत्व से देवत्व में जो एक आदमी को इवॉल्व करते हैं, उन्नीत करते हैं, उसी का नाम धर्म। धर्म ही वो वस्तु है जो हमारा पशु भाव दूर करके हमें मनुष्यत्व देता है। और मनुष्य धर्म की अभ्यास करते करते इसी जीवन में मृत्यु से पहले देवता बन जाता है। दैट इज द impact of dharma. The animal man stage is the dull, insensitive stage of least awareness, and they constitute the slaves, the underdogs, the sensuous, and the unprincipled atheists. Unprincipled atheists. लोभी, कामुक, सर्वदा चंचल, स्वार्थ पर, अपने के सिवा कुछ नहीं सोचते, दूसरे को हानि करते हैं। मन हर वक्त नाभि के नीचे रहते हैं, उससे ऊपर उठता ही नहीं। To them, religion and spiritual practices are meaningless since they are no better in their level of awareness in them than the cow in their backyard. Some of them evolve into the next higher stage of a greater awareness, and that's called the man stage. These constitute the religious and the true seekers. Our scriptures or shastras call this type of men as the adhikari, the competent person, fit person. the fit ones for spiritual life. We have discussed a lot that who are adhikari in Tattva Bodha. If you can remember, sadhana chatushtaya sampanna adhikari who is imbibed with the fourfold spiritual practices. Whom I say adhikari or the fit candidate, I'm not repeating the word in the connotation in which it has come to be used by the orthodoxy, who made use of it to keep us all, including themselves, in complete darkness regarding the sacred wealth of knowledge contained in our scriptures. It is this foolish policy that has brought about the Hindu decadence or Sanatani decadence. The priest class of a bygone past, probably when there was a mighty era of exle, uh, some cruel government misinterpreted Mother Shruti Mata's intentions and successfully created a community of Vedantins and a vast community of ignorant mules out of the glorious Aryan stock. As the time passed on, when the majority of the Hindus or Sanatani were ignorant of the real science of dharma or religion, the priest class also, grown indolent in their riches, stopped themselves getting educated in the scriptural textbooks. Thus, we both, the priest class as well as the laity, came to live a tradition of ignorance with its concomitant superstitions. It is the tradition of ignorance that gave power to a priest class to decide who are fit for spiritual life and who are not. Certainly, this is an absurd proposition. It is not in the hands of one ignorant, imperfect mortal to judge the mental and intellectual qualities of a seeker and measure his spiritual thrust. All of us educated in modern colleges who have the capacity to think for ourselves have an awakened intellect, a heart of self-controlled emotions, a balanced character, and an adventurous spirit to live the higher values of life are fit adhikaris to enter the spiritual kingdom. An atom bomb secret certainly needs an army with all its ammunitions to guard it. But such guardians are not needed for the eternal wisdom of the Upanishads. It is neither your nor my responsibility to guard it. Mother Shruti herself guards even Jnana Yagna Shala. In last class, we discussed what is Yagna Shala. The halls of learning, where the scriptural texts are taught, need no gatekeeper. The unworthy will be shunted away from the very atmosphere of such a sacred and divine study. Even if unauthorized members walk into the halls, they will not be able to hear the great secret, for in that atmosphere charged with diviner and subtler vibrations, a gross animal man cannot keep awake for long. जो पशु मानव है वो इस धार्मिक प्रवचन में धर्म कथा में सोते रहेगा और बाकी सब लोग जागे रहेगा. I'm not exaggerating. Go to any assembly where spiritual discourses are given, and you will find at least a couple of persons leaning against the wall. Am I right or wrong? All through the satsang, all through the discourses there, and someone's style is like that, they are listening. You can notice, even among the monks I have seen, when they are doing japa, covering the head, first stage is like that, second stage, third stage, and last stage, their head touches the ground. If you call them, they will tell, don't disturb me, I am doing yoga at the time of doing japa. I have noticed so many varieties. Even in student life also, some intelligent students, they have inculcated some styles, You call them 3 plus 5, 8, 4. If you again call them, they will start counting as if they are thinking a bigger calculation about, So in Dharma Jeevan also the same thing. They try to pretend something else. Addressing these men, the Shruti, in extreme kindness, advises them not to waste their time attending such satsangas, such discourses, but to go out to any field of dynamic work and thus gain the necessary inner qualities which will make them fit to profit by the discourses. Swami Vivekananda told, for them, not for all. Gita পাঠ অপেক্ষা ফুটবল খেলা অধিকতর শ্রেয়. Playing football or playing soccer is better than studying Gita for those But you know, the political situation was like that. Some secular government came once in our state. It was their political caption that Swami Vivekananda, like religious personalities, propagated don't practice religion. It's better to play soccer in the playground rather than you study Gita. It's not, because it's a part of a letter. Swamiji is telling you go equip your nerves and bodies and everything else, be fit for listening to Gita and come back. This is the same thing. It is only the elevated, last and personal ambition of man that gave wrong interpretation to the Shruti. This much I have to elaborate because according to some of them, by teaching Vedanta freely to all and sundry, I'm molesting the purity of our Shruti. So the thing is, from the above, it is clear that this fear of the intolerant orthodoxy is baseless. And the Hindu Renaissance can no longer wait upon these meager excuses. Every intelligent man of culture and man of mental purity, has a right to the great heritage of our sages, rishis. Hinduism minus Vedanta is only a dead religion. Hinduism minus Vedanta is only a dead religion. Vedanta contains the cream of all human experiences. They have been formulated after close observation of the outer and inner lives of man, not at a given period of history, but through generations of teachers and disciples. Such a great wealth of knowledge cannot be the personal property of either an individual or a community or a nation. Vedanta is the commonwealth of man. And every full grown man who has started asking questions about the logic of creation, the goal of life, the state of perfection, and so on, has a right of free access to it, irrespective of his caste, creed, or nationality, age, or stage in life. Hari Om Tat Sat.